Hello everybody, and thank you for letting me be a part of your mobility journey today. So where we're going to get started, a nice little tabletop or quadruped position here. And just start by warming up the spine. So a little cat-cow if you're familiar, we're going to go into a nice flex position, really trying to use those eyes to look down towards your feet. And then we're going to go into that arch position where you really try to kind of look up with the eyes. Don't crank the neck too much, but just kind of gently look up. And we're just going to oscillate in and out of that. I want you guys to try to go for about 5 times each way, so 5 flexes, 5 extensions. If you're moving a little faster, you can do a couple more. We're just going to spend some time here, just warming up the spine. Really pushing in through those arms, trying to stay active through the shoulders the whole time. A couple more here. Keep pushing through those shoulders, even in that arch position. And look down through those legs at those toes. All right. After that, we're just going to sit back for a second. Just kind of shake out the shoulders. Go for a little finger stretch here. So what you're going to do, put your fingertips down. I want you to try to stay active through this whole thing. You're going to really reach those hands forward. Keep pressing through those fingertips. Maybe pedal the arms out a little bit. You can even maybe come up back into a little bit of that tabletop again. Work on just going back and forth between each arm. Remember to stay active. Keep pressing through those shoulders. Very good. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to come back into our seated position here. I'm just going to show you from the side first. Basically, we're going to be sitting nice and upright, trying to keep the back flat here on this one. Arms going to go behind the head. We're opening up that thoracic spine. So what we're going to do is just look over to the side. And this isn't a whole lot. We're just looking for about 45 degrees from that plane of where your eyes are at and your arm here. We're going to try to open that up, which is about 45 degrees. It's not a whole lot. We're just working on rotation of the spine. So what that looks like from the front here. Do it on the other side. Arm out to the side. And 45 degrees. So I don't know if you can see that angle there. When I open it up, it should be about 45 degrees from there to there. So we're just going to go for about 10 reps each side here, just going nice and slow. Again, if you want to spend some time here, maybe hold it for about 3 seconds, feeling those scapular muscles retract as you look up, and maybe you'll only get about 5. Just work through this, just working on some of that rotation and through the upper back there. Again, can help to stay active through that supporting arm. A couple more here. Okay, we'll switch sides. Remember, just 45 degrees here. You don't have to crank it up like that because then you're getting some extra motion from maybe the lower back or the hips. We're just looking for that upper back. Just try to stay focused here. A couple more that we're going to go through. Almost done. All right. Once you've done that, we're going to turn. Well, I'm going to turn. You can probably just stay right where you are. Leg's going to go forward. We're going to get into that nice little lizard pose here. If you want to start with the hands upright, you can. If you're feeling like you can go for it, go for the elbows down. And I just want you guys to keep moving here. Maybe some little circles through the hip. Maybe kind of push it back. And we're just going to hang out here for about another 10 to 15 seconds. Just get comfortable. Just see what motion and what movement's available for you. Sides here. Same thing on the the other. Maybe you can't get down on your elbows, maybe you can. Again, maybe some circles, whatever motion is available to you. We're just looking to wake up the body and wake up those little corners that maybe we haven't hit yet. We haven't been in such extreme positions yet today. Here about another 10 seconds. Maybe you want to make your way down onto your forearms on this side. Again, maybe rock it back a couple of times. Alright, let's bring it back up. We're actually going to switch over to the other side again. But this time, what I want you to do is you're just going to rock it back, point those toes up, and really stretch out that hamstring. Be here for about another 10 seconds, so if you want to start playing around with moving that foot side to side, let's stretching that hamstring out. Okay, so we'll come forward, switch sides here. Again, rock it back, point those toes up. We're looking for that stretch on that hamstring. Let yourself just fold over here. Play around with that, wagging the foot side to side, feeling those different parts of the hamstring light up. Okay, we're going to come back, and if you're ready for it, we're going to go into a little downward dog here. If you're not ready for it, just take it easy. Maybe you can go from the forearms here, but we're going to go from the hands. We're just going to push up. That nice little down dog. Just kind of pedaling out the calves a little bit, getting some stretch in there. Okay, from here we're going to drop the knees. Get yourself the space that you need for this next movement. We're going to be stretching out forward and back. So we're going to do a little bird dog here is what it's called. So we're going to take the opposite arm, opposite leg. We're just going to reach them out. And maybe you have more room than I do with your toes to point your toes. But for today, I'm just going to be pulling my toes up. Maybe you can join me on this one today. Just doing what feels right for the body. So we're just going to reach out like that. We'll come back to neutral. And then same thing on the other side. Really trying to stay supported in through that supporting arm and leg. Try to go for about 5 reps per side here. Again, if you're moving a little faster, you may get a couple more. Again, want to make sure to keep that back nice and neutral. Make sure you're not sagging here or excessively looking up. Try to stay nice and active through the shoulder and the leg, looking straight down at the floor. A couple more here. Just gonna rock it back. Take a second to center yourself here. Next thing we're gonna do, swing the legs through. We're gonna make our way all the way down. A nice laying down position. A little supine pose here. We're gonna work on a little bit of core now. So what we're gonna do, you can help by pressing your arms into the floor. Might help you a little bit. Legs are gonna come up. What I want you to do is try to tuck those hips underneath. Make sure that lower back is pressing into the ground. And from here, you're gonna take a nice inhale as you lower the leg. And then exhale, leg comes back up. So again, leg lowers down, leg comes back up. So we're looking for about 10 reps per side here. If you want to make it a little harder, leg goes out straight, pull the leg back in. Really working with that breath, making sure the core stays active. Again, if that gets a little hard, just shorten that lever. Just touch a little closer with your heel. Go for a couple more here. Stay with it. Maybe shorten the lever if you need to. Or if you're feeling a little strong, you can go for the long leg, long lever. All right, last one each side here. Good. Just come to a little resting pose here, whether you want your legs up or down, that's fine. Kind of feel out those hips a little bit. Get yourself prepared for this next pose that we're gonna do. So from here, I'm gonna turn over, we'll go face down. I'm just gonna turn towards you so you can see this position a little bit better. All right, so from here, we're gonna take our arms, we're gonna go straight out in front and about 45 degrees out to the side. You're gonna wanna keep your legs a little active for this for a counterbalance. What we're gonna do is we're gonna raise up. We're gonna bring our arms down to about 90-degree position here. And then back up again and down. So what that is up, out, in, and down. So up, out, in, and down. Up, out, in, and down. We're gonna go for about 5 more reps of that. Try to keep your eyes nice and neutral with the floor. Try to kind of tuck your chin in a little bit. Don't try to excessively look up or let your head sag down. Try to just retract that head back in space. Really protect that neck while you do this movement here. And a couple more. Alright, so from here we're just going to make our way back up again. Take a second here, center yourself. Shake out the arms a little bit. Just did quite a little bit of intense stuff for the shoulders. Okay, now push ourselves all the way up to standing. So next move we're going to do is a little bit of a lunge and a reach. So what that's going to look like. You're going to lunge forward and reach up on that same side. Really try to follow the hand with those eyes. That will get the neck portion. We'll come back down. From here, what I want you to do, push back and step forward to make your way to standing. So I'll show you that from the side here. We'll go this way. Step back into our lunge. Reaching up. Following the hand with those eyes, coming back down, push back, and forward. And then all the way back up. Same thing on the other side. Maybe start to move a little faster now. I'm gonna go for about 5 each side. Again, if you're going a little slower, that's fine. If you're going a little faster, that's fine too. What matters is that you're doing it for the same amount of time that we are. One more each side here. So from here, you should make your way to standing. What we're gonna do, we're gonna work on a little bit of our squat position here. So feet about shoulder width apart, whatever is comfortable for you for your squat. We're just gonna squat down. Just gonna get comfortable here. Just gonna kind of rock the hips out. Again, you don't have to be super active here, or like ready to squat 900 pounds. No, you can sit down a little bit, maybe come up onto the toes. Just kind of getting used to what it feels like to be, on the ground. Moving your legs around, staying balanced through that core. Here, come down into a little tabletop again. Legs gonna go out to the side, and you're just gonna rock it back. And we'll switch sides here. Feeling this stretch right on the inside of that leg, those adductors. Just a little longer here. All right, so we'll come out of that. Again, just center yourself here for a second. Take some nice deep breaths. Maybe loosen up the spine a little bit. Roll those shoulders. Just kind of see where you're at in your body. Once you're all set, just bring yourself back to center. We will call it for today. That will be our mobility practice. I hope you're feeling nice and loose, ready to get started with your day. I'm now ready to take this little one for a walk. I hope you have a nice rest of your day as well.